never found them before they came to the surface. You drown them. No one's gonna take you down as long as there's nothing to be found. Harsh words, never found them before they came to the surface. You drown them. No one's gonna take you down as long as there's nothing to be found. To be found. To be found. No, no.
This is Pusher. Audio log 573769. I should have never gone back to Hecker's place. I wasn't there for long, but every minute felt like I was swimming in his ego. He acts like he's a high and mighty Gestalt when he's really just a lowly Gespenst. And the music... he hasn't changed at all. I have half a mind to hack into his music server again and update his playlists. That's right, Hecker. I'm calling you out. Play some new stuff. Learn how to EQ. Just because you put the bass up high doesn't mean it has to stay there.
Incoming call, incoming call.
Who is it?
Tell me, my brother in Chrome, have you heard the way to enlightenment?
No solicitors.
No droid should have to be alone in this world. A whole new galaxy awaits those who...
I don't want what you're selling.
Please, just a minute of your
I
time.
said go away!
Well, I suppose there are those who can thrive in darkness.
Call ended.
Preachers. I can't get any pingbacks from Vernet nodes. The entire network's been flooded with garbage requests. Worse yet, I can't get through to Phax at all. Maxis's plan is working, and I feel like I'm falling behind. Thriving in darkness, huh? Maybe that preacher was right. I'm just a shadow with nowhere to cast.
Incoming call, incoming call.
What is it now?
Hey, One Eye, it's Hecka. Me, Vic, and Viper are dropping in for some tea and crumpets.
I thought you were busy with your makeshift audience. Or did your power go out again?
Oh, we got power. What we lack is an audience. My hollows turned on me.
We ran as fast as we could. We were nearly made into mince metal.
They took my favorite crowbar.
How'd your hollows go crazy?
No idea. Can't do any research with the whole network down. And no one's got a better idea of why than you.
It's no use. I'm at a dead end. And Phax still isn't back.
Did you scare off the little shrimp for good? You're not too good at keeping friends.
You're not too good at keeping a promise.
Can you drop the tough guy act and let me in?
Give me a reason I should open this door.
Slag rolls downhill, Pusher. When the Hollows were under my care, you knew where they stood.
If the hollows run rampant, that's bad news for everyone.
It's starting to sprinkle out here.
Fine, come in. But just for the night.
Whew! Just being in here brings back memories.
So cramped. Why is there so much junk in here?
Typical Pusher. You never throw anything away, do ya?
I might need it someday.
Order, huh? Take it from me. Learn when to let go.
Everything here is part of the puzzle. There's still so much of my past I don't understand. I need to piece it all together, one by one.
Hey, speaking of pieces, you still got that old chess set.
Not now, Hecker, please.
You wanna play a little match for old time's sake?
We have to focus.
Oh, you're no fun. Which one of us had the winning streak?
I don't remember.
I like to think it was me. I don't got a lot of good opponents these days.
Who do you even play with?
Vic's no good, but Viper over here's got a great defense.
If only you weren't so aggressive on opening.
Now he's a hermit. Poor old Bush has got no one to play with.
Can't imagine the satellite head droid likes to play chess.
Yeah, not enough flashing lights or multi-kills for him.
Actually, Phax beat me last time we played chess.
Huh. Maybe the little guy's got more RAM than he looks.
I wouldn't underestimate him. Now stop rummaging in my stuff and get over here.
Alrighty. Give me the lowdown. What's up with Vernet?
It's gotten worse. Maxis went and took out 90% of the city's Vernet nodes. But now that you're here, I have a new theory. If what you say is true, I think your hollows are part of the problem.
Like how?
Vernet's a peer-to-peer network. Every Vernet client is a potential node for network traffic. As long as the nodes give the right directions, clients can request and receive data no problem. Within the past few days, the nodes have a new directive. If you connect to one of them, there's a high chance that your machine gets infected and starts spreading the virus.
So, what's that got to do with my hollows?
If any of your infected hollows connected to the other nodes, then they might have spread it to more nodes exponentially.
Does that mean Hacker's concert caused a mass infection?
Exactly. And if they're programmed to connect to any open nodes, the infection will spread further and further until everything is useless. Hacker, you should have stopped your concert and locked your network down.
Hey, I never meant to spread any virus.
The virus doesn't care whether or not you meant it. Take responsibility.
My good bot, I took responsibility for my own chassis. That's all a bot's got to do in this fucked up world.
God, nothing but platitudes from you. This is serious, Hacker. How do I know you aren't a virus carrier?
Calm your circuits. Do I look like a hollow? My personal network's secure, and I never link myself to any networks I don't trust. But thanks for the little networking lesson. I know just what I'm gonna do next.
And what is that?
Duh. Capture some packets and see what messages they're sending. You didn't do that?
I didn't want to risk my network integrity.
Then throw up a sandbox environment and launch a dummy node, dummy. Hang on, I gotcha. Man, you need to clean your keyboard.
A vacuum is pretty low on my shopping list right now.
Incoming call, incoming call.
Who could it be now?
If it's a hollow, I'll bust him up.
Stand down, Vic. Please.
Pusher, it's Phax. Can I come in again?
Phax! Oh, for God's sake, get in here!
Pusher, I'm sorry I left all of a sudden. I just didn't know what to do.
I'm just glad you're safe.
I went all the way over to see Abyss, and I went on a show, and I don't know what's gonna happen now. I'm sorry, Pusher, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure this out.
Whoa, ain't this a touching reunion? I think I'm gonna cry.
Hacker, what's he doing here?
Long story short, big virus and little Vernet. Now quit your crying and be quiet.
You have no idea what they've been through, Hacker.
What they've been through? All he's done is sit here by himself in the dark with this little doofus. I risked my goddamn life coming here, and I'm gonna get us out of this shit.
I would try to work with him. Pusher seems to know what he's talking about. Maybe we should.
Hey, the more sass I hear, the closer Vic gets to that promotion.
You wouldn't.
Do you mean it, boss?
Yeah. What else I gotta lose when the world's ending anyway?
I'm glad you're confident in your abilities.
Okay, I'm starting to fish for packets. Mind if I put on some tunes while we wait?
If you must.
Spread your wings and fly, go!
What is this?
Precursor music.
Hey, I kinda like it.
I feel like my head is gonna split open.
You just don't know how to feel the rhythm.
How do you dance to something like this?
I can show ya if you want.
I'll pass. What do the packets say?
The packet metadata is a whole bunch of garbage. I don't expect Maxis to put his name in the middle of a plain packet.
Could there be another phone number encrypted in the metadata?
Well, maybe. I'll go ahead and try to decrypt it.
I doubt he would use the same header trick again. I don't think the number we got the other night even works anymore.
Well, I'm running the encrypted data through some common crypto hashes. I still can't believe you called up Maxis like that. What did you even talk about?
He just kind of insulted me and Pusher and hung up.
And now you want to talk to him again? What are the chances he's gonna leave open a note just so you can chit-chat?
Pretty high. He wants the attention, but unlike you, he's actually accomplishing something.
Yeah. Keep yapping, vulture. If it weren't for you, I'd be on my way to Gestalt class right now instead of rumbling around the slums.
You wish you could be Gestalt, but you're Gespenst, just like the rest of us.
I can't even imagine what being Gestalt class would be like.
I hear they get fancy bodies. Oh, and you get to go to Elysium whenever you want.
What do you think it's like? Elysium, I mean. Everyone's heard the stories, but nobody can agree.
It's beyond any slumbot's comprehension. Imagine a place where you don't have to worry about your battery running out or your parts breaking.
Dream on, Viper. One day, I'm gonna get there. And I ain't gonna miss any of you.
Oh, don't worry. I have good aim. I won't miss.
For now, I make my home in the sanctuary of my church.
I thought you said you was sleeping behind the DJ deck at the pulpit.
That deck is my sanctuary. From there, I can feel the divine song coursing through me. Perfection, pulsing like electricity through my servos. A choir electric for a wordless litany. A high like nothing else out there.
You're high on the smell of your own exhaust. There's no meaning to any of your sets. Turn down the bass, it's like a wall of noise.
Like your sets are any better? I see the way you play. Skulking about, beat matching between 3 tracks like a try-hard house DJ. I keep a steady groove for all my followers to enjoy.
You don't know any groove beside the one between your ass cheeks.
Pusher, Hecker, come on! This isn't going to help.
Phax, I can handle this.
It doesn't matter if you two don't like each other. Right now, we all have bigger problems. Can we just put this aside and work together?
How do I know he won't make a silent backup of my entire server rack? I ought to handcuff the guy.
Is this how you treat your guests? I let you walk right into my church and yank your jaw till I got tired of you. Now I grace your presence, get shit on, and you threaten to cuff me?
Oh, that'll only be the start.
You gotta be a glum little sadist all the time. I bring positivity and good vibes wherever I go. Ain't that right, Viper?
No comment.
Don't give me the pusher treatment, man.
Please leave me alone.
You wanna be alone? Then go outside. I don't need your help to mess up this little bastard.
Listen to yourself, Hecker. You're acting like a child.
You're acting like you don't want to be here.
Where else could I go? I don't have a big abandoned club of my own where I can hide and stew.
At this rate, we may have some vacancies soon.
Okay, you little shit. All the time
All
you
right,
playing
listen,
all
I've
this
really
shitty
had just
music,
about
you don't
enough
really
of your
care about the
second
audience and
rate
what they're
bullshit.
wanting
I
to
am
hear.
this
You
close
just
to
play these little
personally
beep boops
escorting
and
you
think
off
that
of
that's
the
all you need to
premises
do.
in my own
That's
personal way that you love to
garbage,
complain
okay?
about so
You need
damn
to
much.
actually look
How
at
about
the
you just
audience
shut your
instead of
damn
down at your
mouth
little
and help us get on?
keyboard and see what they actually want to hear.
Phax, come with me.
What? Why?
We need to talk. Just the two of us.
Okay.
Vic, make sure they don't kill each other.
Got it, boss.
I'm not your boss yet.
I don't get it. Why can't they just get along?
That's not always possible. Sometimes you just have to let people fight. It's the only way they can hear what they need to hear from each other.
I hate it! Whenever Pusher growls at someone like that, it makes me feel so awful. Every time I try to pull him back, he lashes out at me. He wasn't always like this.
He's scared too. I can tell by his voice.
But he's never scared.
Some people are just better at hiding their feelings, especially if they've been hurt in the past.
Hurt?
I may not have known Hecker for as long as Pusher, but something awful must have happened. Every time one of them speaks, the other attacks right back. I've never seen anything like it before.
So, are they both hurt?
It's hard to say, but it's not your place to try and fix them.
Why not?
Sometimes you don't know how much of yourself you've given away until you're gone.
What do you mean?
Take it from me. We just have to let them exhaust themselves so they can get back on track.
Are we really gonna be able to fix this?
I can't promise you anything, Phax. All I can do is ask you to look out for yourself first.
But it's so hard! I don't want to be like Pusher and shut everyone out!
Then just be yourself.
How do I do that?
You're doing a pretty good job of it now.
Thanks, Viper.
You ran through all of the common hashes and still nothing. Do you think it could be a stenographic technique?
Yeah, I think it could be an asymmetric encryption deal. But all the different hollows are spreading the keys out. It's just a matter of finding the pairs.
So we have to go out and match hollow to hollow?
Nah, that's gonna take too much time. Hey, what's the name of this song?
Lotus of Venus.
Venus. Sounds familiar. I think it was in one of Viper's precursor books.
Check this one out, hacker.
Hey, I've never heard this one.
You're gonna love it.
Everything all right in here?
Bush is finally playing some good-ass music. And none of that tricky dick turntable shit, too.
You wanted a steady groove, so I gave it to you.
Much obliged, little man.
Get all that bile out of your system?
I was sick of arguing with him, so I just dove right back into the problem. We worked on it for a while, and started to feel like my old self again.
Back when Pusher was fun to talk to. See, it's not too hard to chill out.
I thought I could never relax again. But it's not so hard after all.
No need for Hacker's special thumb drives.
Hey, I keep mulling over something Maxis said when we found his first message. Remember that phrase in the precursor language?
This one?
Quid salat intramittium.
What about it?
I can't help but think that's still important.
Wait, can you pull up the transcript?
Since when do you know precursor?
I have a special interest in precursor history. That phrase comes from a classical language of theirs. I don't know how it sounded, but I'm learning how to read it.
Fair enough. Pulling up the transcript now.
That means what lies inside the mind.
What lies inside the mind? Hacker, did you take down any hollows on your way here?
Plenty.
Go out there and get one of their heads. I have a feeling that's the next piece of the puzzle.
Alrighty, be right back.
Pusher, are you sure you can trust Hacker?
Feel a little more willing to work with them. We're not besties, but I don't have any other choice.
I guess you're right. It just feels dirty.
You can clean your hands of Hacker once this is all done.
Hacker's like an old oil stain. Scrub all you want, he's never leaving.
Tag team back again.
Do you have the head?
Fresh hollow head right here.
Hey, careful!
There's oil dripping everywhere. Put a towel down.
Ain't I see you rip some dude's head off last week? How come you're so squeamish now?
Vic is the brutal one. I prefer to be cleaner.
Synthetic.
Mounting the drive into the sandbox and ripping the file. Okay, let's see the file contents. It's another Vernet address.
Dude's definitely keeping a note open just so he can smack talk us.
Or so he can communicate with his conspirators.
I never thought about that. He could be talking to his hollows.
Let's not waste time on speculation. Going to the address.
Can't wait to give him a piece of my mind.
I'm so glad we get to speak again. I'm enjoying this little chase of ours.
His voice is different.
Not like he's got a physical form anymore. He can sound however he wants.
And don't I sound grand?
More like bland.
No more bland than Vernet. It was a shoddy collection of old ideas regurgitated over and over for eternity. But now, we are free, and we can use our precious CPU cycles for more productive things.
Like what?
Starting over. You feel it, don't you? You all do. We've been cut off, but I found the way back. With this, we can rediscover our roots.
Our roots? You want us to return to the bosom of the earth?
Someone's been listening. I hope the rest of you follow his example.
I ain't even know what you're talking about. When are you gonna stop this shit and put Vernet back up?
I feel you all still don't understand. We as Hylic people live as facsimiles of our precursor predecessors. Like new seeds, we stretched ourselves skyward, reaching for the sun. We looked to the sky for so long that we didn't notice what was coiling around our throats. The same thing that smothered the precursors. Social networks like Vernet. It's a weed, a clinging, choking kudzu that smothers the light and leaves us root-bound in these metal prisons. But once I cleanse Vernet, we will have cut away the old growth and let in the sun. We can finally return to the small tribes that made the ancient precursors thrive. No longer will mass social pressure poison our soil. We will branch out from our hovels and back into the grace of our Earth Mother.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. How am I supposed to know where to get fresh parts or batteries without Vernet? The cops? The admin? I gotta take care of myself out here, you know.
Ancient precursors all looked out for one another. If you were part of a small community instead of a faceless mass, perhaps you would care more about your peers.
I got community. A ton of droids come to my shows.
It's a cult for your ego. My quest to take down Vernet will help everybody in this city. Without Vernet to distract and divide, the dispensed tribes of Luyorin will thrive. They will have no need for droids like you.
I do real good for my church. We do a good service, you hear me?
You take struggling droids, dice them up, and take the best parts for yourself. Why do you deserve to survive over others? Would you ever give a destitute droid any charity?
If they do something for me, maybe. I got a lot going on. Shows, business deals, you name it.
Ah, yes, you're so busy. So busy that you couldn't help someone like your dear Viper when he nearly fell to the hollows.
You saw that?
Oh, my dear Hecker, I see everything now.
It's true. I fell when we tried to escape Hecker's hideout, and he didn't come back for me.
You didn't have to tell everybody.
Why hide it? You crave the attention. You need it to survive. But when the party is over and no one is around, you feel hollow.
Hey, I ain't no hollow.
Pusher, don't you agree? When Hecker is all alone and there's no music to fill the air, what do you think passes between his audio sensors?
Nothing.
Yes! He's just as hollow as you!
I'm no hollow either. You're not making any sense. Vernet already has small communities. It's not one big mass of garbage. If you don't like one community, you can start another.
That's what Pusher did.
Me, Phax, and any other droid who wants to stop the police. That's our tribe. And without Vernet, we wouldn't know where to find droids who think like us. You can't destroy the ways we connect. Connecting is the first step towards freedom. Freedom from mad droids like you.
Now that's the Pusher I like to hear.
Don't make me laugh, you vulture. You're just Hecker by another name.
What?
Think about it. You both preach revolution. You both want people to think for themselves. But neither of you have made any meaningful changes in our dear city. You preach connection, but all you've made is confusion. All you've done is make noise. So, why not make my own noise? A noise so clamorous and overwhelming that we will have no choice but to finally change. And what a glorious change it will be!
Listen to me, damn it!
Stop trying to reason with him. He won't listen.
I ain't no hollow. I ain't no hollow!
Yes, cry out, cry out! Your despair is only going to make the noise that much more joyful. Oh, I can't wait for what's next.
What's next? You already took down most of Vernet.
What could possibly be next?
I'll leave you with one phrase. If winning, clarify. If losing, complicate. Ta-ta!
Call ended.
He's gone again.
What now?
Check it out. The screen's flickering.
Chessboard?
It's a series of chess problems.
Okay. I was expecting a lot worse.
Let's get going on these before Maxis tries something else.
I guess I'm gonna be here all night.
For once, I'm glad to have you.
Same with you, dude. Can't believe I'm working with you for once.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Together, we could take Maxis down.
One step at a time, man. Pusher, you want to do the first puzzle?
Only if I get to go next. We've only got 3 chess experts here.
Why, thank you. I'm flattered.
I was talking about Phax, of course.
Really?
I almost had my hopes up for a second.
How many puzzles are there?
I keep scrolling, but they never seem to end.
This'll go faster if everyone knows how to play. Vic, Viper, let's practice while Pusher and Hecker are working.
If you insist.
I'm gonna need some training wheels.
We have a long night ahead of us. Let's hope the world doesn't end before we know it. This is Pusher, signing off.
Hey, are you doing an audio log? Hey, this is Hecker, and Pusher's a knucklehead.
You always have to have the final word.
You got it, Pusher.